What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. I truly appreciate that support lately. Been absolutely popping off, so thank you guys for that. Even with the little lack of content, I just needed to take a step back, kind of take a week off, just relax, work on myself for a second so I could come back and just make the best content I can possibly do for you guys, because I do love helping you guys out, giving you those builds, giving you those guides, collectibles, everything like that. So I'm here to help y'all out, and the support just blows me away. So thank you. Now, here in today's video, I want to go over our seasonal ritual weapon of Season of the Haunted with an LMG in our heavy slot that is a stasis burn called the Chain of Command. Now, this thing is a very interesting machine gun LMG in my personal opinion. Very, very versatile, especially since it is a stasis burn. So to start off, you earn this weapon 3 different ways, from leveling up our Vanguard, Crucible with Shax, or also at the Drifter with Gambit. Get them up and reset our ranks to level 15, 16, and then we are able to collect this from those 3 different vendors when we progress our levels with them. Now for me, I think that this is a very, like I said, versatile machine gun, with its RPMs being that 450, just like our Hammerhead was, Corrective Measure is, just like our Commemoration. So it's in that meta, if you will, for LMGs. I think the 900 RPMs are a little too fast firing, and then that 360 does hit harder, but this is just kind of that Goldilocks zone for me. So that's why I really, really like this thing, especially with that little bit of extra range on the Masterwork. Now, for its perks, we have a variety here, especially with 3 intrinsic traits as well. So first off, we have Arrowhead Break, which greatly controls our recoil and handling speed. Next, we have High Caliber Rounds, so this helps with our range again, and it knocks back targets, so it kind of has that like flinch aspect to hitting some of those heavier targets. Rank and File, those red bars kind of just disappear with this weapon, so you don't really notice this thing on those rank and file enemies, but definitely on like our champions and some of our boss, it has that staggered potential. Now, for these next 2 columns here, I think there are 2 different combinations that you can set this up as. Now, this one that I have is the first one, and then you can switch it up and go Osmosis Demo for the other one. But first off, we're going to talk about this that I have been using on it consistently. So first off, we have Adrenaline Junkie. So this weapon grants increased damage and handling from final blows with grenades or our weapon. So we get extra damage up to a certain point with using our grenades. It goes up to ×5, and then you can get 5 kills and also work your way up ×1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this can also pair with Demolitionist, because Demolitionist kills with this weapon generate grenade energy. Activating your grenade reloads the weapon. So that is also really nice with getting damage on a boss or something, whipping your grenade, and then it'll automatically reload itself, and it kind of pairs well with Adrenaline Junkie, so you can get that grenade back, throw it out, and get that ×5 of Adrenaline Junkie procced. But me personally, I like using Adaptive Mutations with Adrenaline Junkie, just because this weapon adapts its damage output and effectiveness against enemy shields that do not match the weapon type. Now, this is super, super key, because it almost has a feel of switching the burn on the weapon, like our Hard Light or our Dead Messenger grenade launcher. So even though it's a stasis burn, this has a very good effectiveness, in my personal opinion, in some of those late game content, whether it be match game in GMs, which we haven't got this season, so I can't tell you that for sure, but even going through Master Wellspring, Master Strikes, and even going through the Master Dungeon for some ad clear with this thing, I do really, really enjoy it. Now, the other combo that we can have, which I do also really enjoy, is this Osmosis with Demo combo. So Osmosis, use your grenade ability, changes the weapon's damage to match your subclass until it is stowed. So this again makes it very versatile with switching to whatever subclass you are by throwing your grenade and having that demolitionist on with getting defeats with the weapon. You're getting your grenade back even faster, so you can build it out with like 100 discipline to get your grenade back faster, plus demo, mixing that with osmosis. If you're going through something that you know only has solar shields, you can bring this bad boy in there with you for that normal ad clear, and then when you come across a solar shield, you can throw your grenade a little early, get that to proc, and then you are just wiping out those solar shields or whatever grenade subclass you might have on. And then once again, pairing it with demo, you just get grenades back even faster than normal. And I think if you put these two in combination to each other, it doesn't really have that oomph to it, because they basically do the same thing, with this just not needing to have that grenade to proc like osmosis does. Now for our origin traits, we have the 3 that come from our Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit. So right here, Vanguard's Vindication. We have Final Blows with the weapon grants small amount of health. This is usually what I use just because that little bit of health does add up over time, especially if you have a lot of rank and file enemies that you're defeating. But this one is also good with One Quiet Moment, so you can grant increased reload speed when out of combat. So you can dip out of the fight for a second and reload a little bit faster, especially if you're wounded or something along those lines. Gambit Invader here, nothing really too crazy unless you're just grinding out Gambit, which damaging the Invader with this weapon marks them for allies. Not sure where my Gambit mains are. I know there's very few of you out there, but definitely a nice addition for this weapon if you're taking it into Gambit, and it is very good for clearing ads and stuff within the Gambit realm. So like I said, for me, most of the time I am running Adrenaline Junkie with Adaptive Mutations. This perk is very, very good for me, at least for PvE, so you can take out those shields that don't match stasis, especially since we don't really have any stasis shields at all. This combination is pretty great in my opinion, and even the Adrenaline Junkie demo combo of getting extra damage via grenade kills and defeats with the weapon, and then getting your grenade back faster with defeats with the weapon as well. Very good synergy in my opinion, but breaking the shields in that endgame content, like I said, Master Strikes, Master Wellspring, Master Duality right now. I take this thing into that second encounter in Duality with the Vault, going into that Nightmare Realm and collecting the essences. I'll usually run Adger Scepter, an SMG, and this bad boy right here to help clear out ads, and it's just a wonderful weapon in my personal opinion. One of the most versatile LMGs that we've had, with that Adaptive Mutations being able to roll on this bad boy. And like I said, it kind of has that same feel of Hard Light or Dead Messenger without actually having to change your burn on the weapon, and it still does pretty effective damage against the shields that don't match stasis. So my personal opinion, definitely grind out whatever your favorite venture is, whether it's Vanguards with Strikes, Crucible with our boy Shax, or doing Gambit. Grinding your rank up to those higher 15, 16 so you can get those end tier ranks and get our rewards with resetting and getting our ritual weapon here. Definitely one of my favorite that they've come out with for our ritual weapons. Damage might not be there compared to like rockets or linear fusions that we have right now, but its ability to have that Adaptive Mutations on it while cranking out those shields, and it is super great for that ad management. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate y'all and the support on the channel. Hopefully you like this kind of video going over some of our more static rolls on weapons like this, doing reviews on exotics and ritual weapons, and then we got god rolls that we're going to go over with some of our opulent weapons soon, as well as many more builds to come with Solar 3.0. So thank you guys so much again for watching. Truly appreciate it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.